Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from above. I can't believe it's already Saturday night. Whoosh! Beautiful snowy night here. It's been snowing all day here. Just ran out to get the mail. We got like that much snow. I love it. I don't get a ton of snow, so very hyper and loving it. So welcome. Hope you guys, your weekend is going well. Let me just get my desktop all set up here, and we will get into it. And happy Chinese New Year to you, or Lunar New Year if you celebrate that way. And what a year this is going to be, right? All right, almost done here. Then we will get started here. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right, and as always, well, not as always, but as recently, I do want to start off by sending love out to the world. If you'd like to join me, whether watching it on replay or live right now, we can just join together and send beautiful love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me, I more than welcome that. Just going to take a big, deep breath and let everything else go. Come back to right here, right now. Big breath in. As I hit the beautiful singing bowl, we'll just let that love flow down from the heavens, fill our heart up, fill it to the brim, and overflow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. So put that back out of the way here. And how exciting, how exciting. So we've got some great things going on in the ethereal. Of course, we just had the Aquarius new moon that happened yesterday. You can still take advantage of the Aquarius new moon wishes. Here's a link to a video that talks about it's a pick a card. But in the beginning, it talks about how to use new moon wishes and make the most of that energy. So be sure to check that out. And happy early Valentine's Day to all of you. Here is a pick a card also for the happy Valentine's Day. So you can check that out there. And if you are interested, I do have now love relationship readings available that are specific to those, and they're half off till the end of the month of February. We're in February already. And so that link tells you about the 6 different readings that I offer with relationships. And a lot of it has to do with questions you guys have asked me all along. And I gathered them together, of course, led by Spirit to see those. And a big celebration, we have hit 2,000 plus subscribers on my channel. So I have a good giveaway, a celebration. You can check out that video, and that tells you how you can get into the drawing. And the more people that get into the drawing is the more prizes that I will pick. So it's up to you guys of how many I will end up actually picking. So be sure to check that out, because a big thank you. I want to make sure you guys are aware of how appreciative that I am. We did start also a new podcast. We introduced it last Sunday. It's called From Chaos to Cozy. It's all about our life of moving from this chaotic place of fear back towards cozy, from whence we come. Tomorrow will be the first episode, and if you are one of my channel members at Zen Cricket, which is $2.99 a month, or Praying Mantis, which is $7.99 a month, you get advanced access. I'm going to be recording 2 or 3 of them in advance. There's 2 episodes out there right now. You get advanced access to those. Plus, you get to attend my Wednesday cozy chat, where we have an hour live where I talk about any tools about that we used in the podcast. I answer any questions you have around moving from chaos, and anything else that we feel we want to talk about it with that. Also, my Praying Mantis members at that level, you have a Q&A on Thursday nights for 2 hours. And then also after each one of these free readings sessions, which are 5 over the weekend, an hour after each one of those, I also have time with my Praying Mantis members, where we pull past life readings, oracle readings. We read from books and learn about astrology and all sorts of stuff. So if you're interested, the link's down below in the description box. So that's all the blah, blah, blah for right now. I'm sure there'll be more, but if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. So glad to have you here, and thank you for all of my regular subscribers that have returned to be with us this evening. How the readings work, free readings, we just go down through the chat, first come, first serve. There's no specialist. The chat is the list. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings, dive deeper into those, and once I'm done, I return back and move through the free readings. So that's the skinny. All that information's in the description box too on how you can make a donation. And let's get started. So Queen Bee, hello, hello. So I do have a donation. We will start there. Thank you so much for that donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. And you'd like a general reading and who is coming your way. All right. I am going to be using the Chinese Tarot in celebration of the Chinese New Year today. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know in general. All right. So those, and then who is coming your way? Let's take a look here. All right. And that one and that one. All right. So let's see. What do they want you to know? Okay. Well, evidently there's probably love headed your way. We'll take a look here at those cards in a sec. But your first card up is the Page of Cups, which is new love headed your direction. And I like that. There's this energy of the Wheel of Fortune too. So your life does feel like there's some change that's coming, but it is for you. Even your humans on board with these changes that are coming. The wheel of fate is turning and changing. Things are falling away, but it's allowing new things to come in. And again, like I said, it's, you get the Wheel of Fortune, it's this energy of, everything that happens in life is truly for us, even when our human goes, how is that for me? But when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it's the tune of for you, the fortune, and even your humans on board going, oh, I see how that's for me. So a lot of good, beautiful things coming. New happiness, new love, abundance in a lot of ways coming forward here. You even have the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles, and the Chariot card. So there is this movement with the Chariot card. Significant movement, being a major arcana, but the power of choice that arises from that. With the Four of Pentacles can feel like home. It's 4 walls in the outside world. And I feel like there's even opportunities of change of residence or location that's coming in with all of this. So I don't know what is coming your way here, Queen Bee, but it feels like such a beautiful I don't know, transformation of your life in a important ways. But again, all beautiful, that your human side is like super super fragilistic. They're a little hyper. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I love this. So, when we're asking who's coming towards you or who's coming your way, you do have the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Heavenly Master, which is normally the Hierophant. And this does talk about a new opportunity opening up. So it's someone new coming into your life. And the Heavenly Master is your higher self, who draws you to see things like capital T truths of what you really want. What do you want? Who do you want? And with this Three of Wands, this is like a change of direction from what you normally would be going for, what you normally would be attracted to, or like whatever your type would be. This is off list. This is off book with all this change coming in here. And it's refreshing though. You do have the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. Marriage material with that Four of Wands, that's celebration, joy, but marriage card. And I feel that's emphasized here in that King. Sorry for the, keeps on going out of focus there. The King of Wands is a fiery personality. It is someone more like an emperor. Even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the King of Swords. So there's definitely this individual who has a lot of capacity to think, higher education, even with that Heavenly Master, and with all that other energy. This could be that they are in the teaching field of some sort, like a professor or someone who teaches, is also kind of weaved within these cards here. But entrepreneur, someone who's very knows what they want, goes after it. Very, fire sign people they have a childlikeness of awe and wonder, and regardless if they're a teacher or not, they're always wanting to learn, always wanting to grow, always wanting to learn more and more and more and more. Feels like very Sagittarius energy, which makes sense. King of Staves, King of Wands, they're not someone that, like a little chihuahua that goes around humping everyone's legs. They are mature. They understand passions, but they understand I don't have to act on every passion, but they're passionate about life. And the Sagittarius is the older of the three. Aries is the baby, Leo's the middle, Sagittarius is the elder of the fire signs. And they've got this they've got this you know uh, passionate energy. They like to learn and to grow and learn about foreign countries and travel, and so they've got this adventurous type of energy for them too here. So it just feels very, very positive here. I love this for you, Queen Bee. Just a time of great fortune, of change, of positivity. And I love this well balanced individual coming in that's very intelligent, always wanting to learn, open-minded too. I don't feel like they're snobbery in that I feel like they know a lot, but they don't act like a know-it-all, which is great because you might have to bring them down, right? I'm just kidding. But I like this for you, Queen Bee. So very, very positive. Hopefully that resonates for you there, and I'm excited for where this is headed. And many blessings to you. All right. And then we also have another donation. Thank you so much, Anita. Let's give that some love, and it lets me like those too. So let's give that a like. Thank you for that. And you want to know the current feelings and emotions of Wagner. Future of this connection. What's he going through in his personal life? All right, let's get a little Snoopy and find out, right? Hey, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing wonderful. I'm a bit hyper from all the snow outside. I even went out to go get the mail and I walked through it. I almost like laid down and did like a snow angel, but I thought I wouldn't be able to get back up. And then you guys be wondering, where's bruddaZEN? He's out there dead. He's an icicle. No, they would find me. All right, let's get in here. See, I'm a bit giddy and silly. So let's take a look here. So current feelings and emotions of Wagner. Let's focus. Come on, bruddaZEN, bring it down. All right, so here's feelings and emotions. And then let's look at the future of this connection. All right. And then what is he going through in his personal life? Okay. All right. So let's take a look. So first of all, let's look at his feelings and his emotions. Definitely both of them, both cards for feelings and emotions are a balance between feelings and emotions. We got the Two of Swords, which is this energy of close your eyes and open your heart, Wagner. And then the Queen of Swords, she rolls over the swords, but all the queens are given a portion of cups. So that's balancing the head with the heart. So both of these, I feel like they're a pretty stable individual. Um, I feel like, what you see more is their mind, but their heart is active. It wants to balance. And I feel like they do a good job at balancing between their head and their heart because I don't feel like there's work to be done here on their behalf. I feel like they are pretty much, they keep their mind in check, and you may not see a lot of their emotions expressed to the extent that they feel them. Doesn't mean they're not feeling them, but they have a good balance of it going on. Like when they're making decisions, what they want to do, their heart has a seat at the table with their mind, which I like with that. Let's see where your relationship goes, though. That was the next question, right? Well, it was zip. You took it away. It's all right. I think we know what that was. So this is where it's heading here. Let's see what we've got going on here. All right. So we do have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is about, movement, connection, spiritual connection too. Like we said, the Queen's like the Queen of Swords. This one, the Queen of Wands, has this, energy of um, connecting to spirit, but also the emotion. It's the combo of both. So it feels very, Wands is passionate energy, but there's emotion intertwined with it too. So I like that. We had the Seven of Cups too. So some emotional confusion, which is okay for anything, with life, because um, emotions bubble up, especially because I feel like you guys do grow deeper. And there's this when we have this individuals that get into our hearts, and each of us get into each other's hearts deeper than other people. It's new territory, and it kind of shakes up some stuff that hadn't been shaken up before. And so it's good, because you work it out. I don't have any fears. I don't have anything coming up here. And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is a lot of clarity comes in through the relationship too. We got the Tower card, and this isn't a bad card. The the Tower represents, the shaking, the rattling of things, and things are moved out of your guy's life to make space for more. And that's why I feel like this Seven of Cups and this clarity, it all comes in. Things get um, bubble up, from to the surface. It's like, if you ever have like a pond and it's all settled, but when it rains and some water comes flooding in, it brings the soot up from the bottom. That makes, you know, um, it brings that stuff from the bottom up to get cleared out. And that's what's coming in here. And it's good, it's healthy, it's messy, which is okay because it feels free, and it feels comfortable though. It doesn't feel like it's conflicting, like fighting. It just feels like things come up, and I feel like they have this balanced personality. I feel like you have a balanced personality. You don't like fly off the handle and attack. That you guys are able to have these conversations. I like this for you. Let's see what's going on in their life, though. That was the other thing, right? What is he facing in his personal life? Oh, wow. All right. I like that it ends up. Well, we'll talk here that it ends up mentally stable. So we like that. So they have calm mind, but what they're going through here, with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands, they got conflict going on there in their outside world, right? So the 5 of staves, the 5 of wands is transformation of energy that might feel like it's, bit conflicting, like they have some conflicting energy, kind of like drama that's going on around them. And the 7 of swords is also some deceit. Sometimes the 7 of swords has to do with deceiving ourselves, but I feel like with this drama going on, I just feel like they've got some uh, dramatic people around them, are creating drama. But I love their calmness and their peacefulness that they have, and um, so even though I don't think that you will, well, you might pick up on the emotions because 'cause you're very empathic. So their heart is feeling things, but their mind is very, like you said, with that 4 of, swords, their mind is very peaceful, um, and so you won't if you weren't empathic, you wouldn't even know that they're going through those things, but you feel like their heart is on guard or like red alert because of all that other drama going around. It doesn't have to do with you though. It has to do with that dramatic circle that's around them. And but they're not concerned about it. Their heart is like whoop whoop whoop, alarm going off, going, I don't know if I like these people. I feel uncomfortable. But the mind's like, we got this, we're okay. Just relax, just relax. And I like it. So they do have some people just being putzes, and they're in fear, and so they're creating a lot of noise. And but I feel like that the reason why they're so balanced between their head and their heart is they grew up with it, so they're like, oh, that's the normal drama. Oh well, doesn't impact me, I'm not going to let it. So I like it, I like that, for you there. And that's what they have right now for you, Anita. Hopefully that's helpful for you. But, if you're picking up something with your awesome empathic powers, just know it doesn't have anything to do with you, it has to do with them over there. All right, so many blessings to you. All right, and then up next, Mia Mia. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for your double donation. Let's give the first one some love and a like there. And your first question here, you're very welcome. Mia Mia. Hello, hello. So, would um moving to Algarve be a great decision for you, as a friend suggested? What would it bring you? And it doesn't seem to make any sense for you, but maybe you're wrong. All right, well, let's take a look. Let's see what spirit. There is no right or wrong in spirit's eyes anyway. There's just different experiences. So it's good that you're just asking, um, what would it bring me? Because that's really what we want to know. It's like, well, right or wrong is all subjective and opinion, and Spirit doesn't have one. They're like, "Hey, it all looks good to me." You know, it's an adventure, so there's no wrong choice. So we'll see what choice you want. So let's take a look here and see if you move there, what would it bring you? And you can see if that's what you want. And if you're like, nah, then right? Let's take a look here. So, what do we have here? Okay, all right, all right. All right. Wow. So you definitely, I mean, you have the 4 of Pentacles, so there is a solid foundation there. It could be a place that feels like home, um, which could or could not be a good thing for you. You're like my home, like when I grew up? Hell no. But it is a stable, there's financial stability, external stability there. You do have the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset. So it would challenge your thinking, and it does make you look at things. In fact, on the end of your cards here, you have the Page of Swords, which again, new ways of thinking, new ways of approaching things. It would definitely give you new perspectives on life, coming in there. You have the Empress card too, major arcana, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, birthing. A lot of nurturing of yourself would happen there. and new birthing of things. You also have the hanging ghost, which is the hanged man, which is a lot of transformation that would happen there. So you would, your life would, even though it might feel like it's out in nature with Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, I still feel like you would learn things in the quietness. It feels like it would be very quiet in the outside world, but that would give you in the silence, you would hear a lot in your mind, and you would go through a lot of transformation and kind of go through a rebirth in a sense there as well. So there would be some of that there. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's horrible. I mean, it happens there, but I do feel like it's a bit quiet. And I don't know if that's like your cup of tea. So, but it's there, it's like, oh, well, I could do that. And again, I mean, like this is like the second time this card came out. The Chariot card, which is all about your power of choice. You get to choose what something means, how you feel, the energy, your actions. And so you can go either way. There's no right or wrong. That just kind of reinforces that there. That, hey, yeah, you can go visit, There is, birth and sensuality there, but, yeah, I feel like you would learn a lot, and maybe you would do study via the internet or something, you know, the last few years, you're like, what does it matter?" Location, location, location. But, it didn't, there wasn't like, you know, big, but I mean, you have the Hanged Man and the Empress, which shows you a rebirth. You definitely are given a lot of time to focus on yourself there, because there's not a whole lot more to do. But there you go. So that's what's coming in there. So, yeah, yeah, you're like, "Well, maybe I'll just go check it out, see what energy's there." But, yeah, I kinda feel like it's a bit maybe too quiet for you there. And let's give your second donation a little bit of love and a like there as well. And let's see here. How will F reply to your words? Make you feel? What feelings will you have? Oh, all right. Let's take a look here. So let's see based on current energy here, what what are their feelings to your words? What's the reply going to look like, and what are you going to feel based on at least this moment, based on your current energies here? Right? Doesn't seem too horrible. Okay. Yeah. So we've got the Four of Swords, and there's this peace of mind. Not that they're going to give you a peace of mind. I mean, like mental stability, peace. And so I feel like it's, your first impression is like, wow, they kind of just, I don't feel like they react the way that you want them to the extent that you want them to, right? Because there's the magician, which is responding, they are sharing things, and Page of Cups, which is about higher love and things there. So I feel like it's kind, there's some passion, and I feel it's a positive like reply. But when you get and ultimately, you have the Six of Wands, which is victory and um, equal passion between the two there. Um, yeah, but you have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords, which represents conflict of communication, and the Nine of Swords is nightmares and insomnia. And that's why I feel like there's a the expectations, like, we want them to reply like we would, like, "Oh my god, I feel the same way," and, but they're like, "Thank you for your email. I appreciate what you communicated. I, also have similar emotions, and I would like to see how things unfold." And you're like, "Ugh, I wanted a marriage proposal," because your expectations are up here, and then they give you this, and you're like, "Well, it could have been worse. They could have given me, 'I hate you, I hate you, I hate you,'" you know? But, so I feel like you're gonna be like, "Well, that's it." So I feel like if you set your expectations, that's based on current energy. If you bring your expectations down to down here, and then whatever they give, you'll feel joyous about. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, "Oh, that I waited for that." So that's what's coming in me, Mia. You're so funny. Your spirit guides are sassy for sure. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you, and thank you for your dual donations. I really appreciate that. All right. So Nat, you are up next. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. And you want to know your next, would your next relationship lead to a commitment, or do you need to kiss a few frogs? I love it. Yeah, right, Mia. 20%. Yeah, that's about right. You're like, okay. You'll expect 20%, and then you'll be like, okay, I got what I was expecting. That's funny. All right, so let's take a look here. How many frogs will it take? Zero or how many? Let's take a look here. Will your next relationship lead to sorry, will your next yeah, lead to commitment or what? Let's take a look here. Okay. Okay. So we got the two of wands coming in here, the two of staves, and we got the Fool card, which is an adventure that's free of a lot of expectations and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. So I feel like the next relationship, uh, it just this dual nature of the wands. It just feels like you guys kind of have different desires. The Full card, it feels like that would be a I don't want a commitment card because the the last card in the major arcana is the World card, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. The Full card is the Zero, the new adventures, free of restriction. I don't want to have to say what my intentions are. This I just want someone that will go on to the adventure with me, no strings attached. That's the kind of energy I feel with this next relationship that's coming in. And that's okay. It does bring up uh, conflict, with the five of wands there. So it allows you to see something that feels like fear that transforms into love. And the three of swords is heartache and disappointment. And so that's what I feel like you're wanting someone that will commit. You're wanting someone that will live up to these things. But the next one, no. I feel like they are more designed as a mirror, a stepping stone, a frog-shaped stepping stone that helps you get to the next stage, the next individual. And I like it for you because I feel like you learn a lot about what is important and what's not in this next relationship that prepares you for the next relationship, what ends up feeling like the star, the dreams come true. And I feel like it's funny, like you'll appreciate this one so much more having experienced this one. Plus, you've let go of some things that you truly realize that aren't important, that you don't demand, right? And when you meet this other, the starry individual, that they just give it to you naturally, and you're like, "What? I didn't even have to ask for it, and they gave it to me." And it makes it even more like, "Wow." Instead of, like, expecting it and then meeting it, you've learned to lower your expectations, and they give you more, and you're just like, "Alright, alright, here we go," And that's why, I feel it's important for this next relationship to really understand what is important and what's not as you're going through it. So I like that for you, Nat, especially, with that dream come true person, because it is someone who's wanting to give so much and looking for a lot of the same things you are, but you're learning to let that go and not be important. And then when you let it go is when it just freely comes in so beautifully for you. So I like that for you, Nat. That's what they got for you right now. So many blessings to you. I'm excited for you. All right, you are welcome. And then Infinity is one. Thank you for your donation. Let me give that some love and a like there. And you want to know what's coming in for you at your current job? Sure, let me just take a quick sip here. All right. So, what is coming in for you at your current job? What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Well, there's a countdown to something happening here. You got 3 and 2 and 1. All right. Well, it's a good countdown, so nothing to fear here. So, right now, I mean, you've got some movement and some change happening here at your current job. You've got the 6 of Swords, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving to new ways of thinking, but it's also moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. So I like that coming in here. You got the Queen of Staves, the Queen of Wands, which is this energy of showing your worth, and you just have this um, opportunity to show your, I want to say how you can your I want to say drive. That almost sounds like get out of my way, but this is like your ability to really focus. That's better. Focus is a good word. You focus your energy, you get things done. You're able to really accomplish things, and whatever, and they see that, and it makes you stand out. And I like that. You have the 9 of Pentacles, which is reward for doing those things too. So I like this, that you're I know, right? Finally being recognized for the work that you're doing and the movement that you're creating, and it's positive things coming in. And then that was the 3. The 2 is even more awesome because you've got the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Coins, and the Wheel of Fortune. So very much this positive outcome here for sure. But the 8 of Coins too is someone who's been like an intern or an apprentice who's been studying under a master, or assistant manager that's been working towards becoming a manager, someone who's been working to go to the next level. I feel like this is a reward. I feel like you do get rewarded for this. If not, if it's not at this job, then all the studying, everything that you've learned allows you to leave and go to another company. Like, it's either this company recognizes it and goes, wow, or you recognize that you're ready and you apply at another company, like for a manager position, and they give it to you. Where this company wouldn't, you find one. And it's good because that means wasn't where you were destined to be, that this was the route anyway. So I like this energy coming in here, because the 3 2 1 is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, Queen of Pentacles, new birth, unfolding, abundance, overflowing, all of this. Abundance, 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 progression, progression, progression. birthing. So, I mean, I know, right? It's like, boom. So I love all that for you, that you have this ability to be seen and to get rewarded for what you're doing and heading up in those things. Now, that doesn't mean that this is your dharma, like your life purpose, but while you're discovering what you want to do with and how you want to uniquely express the love in your heart with the world, I feel like that's what happens with that Queen of Pentacles. All this abundance, all this stuff allows you to be in a nice spot to determine what is it that I want to do with my life. And sometimes when we get all this reward and we get this, you know, the stuff that we've been trying for and we get it and we're like, meh, that's what all that it's giving me. I thought it was going to feel so much more like I've achieved. And you're like, I've achieved. And you're like, what is it that I really want to do? And I feel like this puts you in that position to do that. So I like that. And that's what they have for you, Infinity is one. So many blessings. Thank you for your donation. And Johanna, you're very welcome. So, Johanna, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like and shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. You can see their names are in green with their little badges. So, thank you for your regular membership too. So, you want to know what's the energy between you and M currently? Let's take a look here. See what's going on. What does Spirit want you to know? Sorry, that was pretty loud. All right. Let's see here. Energy. They want that one, and they want that one, and that one. All right. So let's see what's happening here. All right. Wow. Well. What else is here? Okay. Wow. Well, you got some pretty we'll call it interesting energy. We'll start with the bottom of the deck because you've got the 9 of Wands, which is, you know, 9 is a number of endings and beginnings, which I like for this. And even though it seems interesting, it's positive because the 9 of Wands is someone hitting their head up against a wall over and over and over and over and over again, right? It's been really interesting lately, right? But you have the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles underneath, which is a new birth. So a new opportunity that's, they're busting through. And I feel like this is what's happening because we've got here's the Knight of Wands coming in here, which is movement and that, so the 9 of Wands and here's the Knight. And we've got the Death card too. So there is this rebirth, this ending, beginning with the energies. So what has felt before like there's been a block here, I feel like things are about to, it's like the dam is about to burst in a positive way and the energy, moves forward here. So I feel like there's some passion that is shared, but this, it's just this energy. When you look at it, it feels like, what the heck is happening? Because you got the Tower card here, and then you've got the 8 and 9 of Swords. And so 9 of Swords, again, another 9, which is endings and beginnings. The 8 of Swords is becoming aware of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that really make us feel blinded and bound and trapped. And this Tower card is like, all right, it's like Kali. She's coming in, and the Destroyer, and actually it is that Kali, and yeah, see if I can get it to focus here a little bit. Okay, maybe if I put one next to it. Yeah, see how it's destroying the temples and coming in there. And I like it for all this because it just feels like, if you ever have these these um, I don't know, there's like an old condemned building, and they've put something to keep this wall up, and here's something to keep that wall up, and here's this little stuff that's here, and half the stuff is working, it's not, and the rest of it's being shimmied to make it work a certain way. And it's just like there's all this complication, and it's like that just it just needs to come down. It just needs to be rebirthed. It needs to have a lightning bolt come, burn down the tower, and all the rubble cleared away, and then yeah, and then built back up again, right? This is the Chinese tarot, so I think these are all Chinese. Um, yeah, it's the Chinese tarot deck. So they have all of this. It just feels like there's this, you know, it, it just things need to be brought down to the basics so that it can be rebuilt up instead of trying to, you know, repair it. They're showing me like someone with a car where the belt broke and they're using a bra in replacement of the engine belt. And then this isn't happening, and so they use a hanger to pull up the windshield because the little button's not working. And it's like, it just needs to be there just needs to be like this clearing, and it just needs to be burnt down in a way, if that makes sense. And it doesn't mean that it needs to be destroyed. It just needs a rebirth. Oh, yeah. Well, that definitely can, be there. We've got the Empress and the Full card, which is rebirth, endings and beginnings. Um, and so it just feels like it needs a reboot, not just, trying to fix what's going on. It's like, oh, it's just good to just, shut it off and restart it. It's like IT. Have you rebooted it? No. Well, let's just reboot it and let's reestablish the connection. It's funny. So, I do like that. But that's what's coming in there for you, Johanna. Hopefully that resonates, and it's like, okay, yeah, I just feel like it just needs to all the complication, it just needs to be simplified. Let's take it back to basics. So, yeah, exactly. Too funny. Okay, very good. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. And I think that's it. Let me just check my Cash App because Cash App is not communicating fast. All right. I think that is everything. So let's it's updating. There it goes. Okay. So that's it for the donations for right now. You are very welcome. And thank you so much for your donation and everyone else too. And so I'm going to scroll to the top. If you do want your reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, we'll prioritize it. Otherwise, I'm going to scroll to the top and start working my way down from there. So, Dijona Sturgis, you were up first for the first free reading. And what should you work on? So, there are no shoulds in the spirit world, which is great. I'm so glad there's not, because that means there's failure, attempts, and judgment and punishment. And that's definitely not the spirit world. That's man's world. So we can ask spirit, what's for my highest to work on? What can I do that will bring me my most beneficial joy in my life right now? So what advice do you have? What would help me that? Since they're the eye in the sky, they can see things so clearly here, right? Yeah. So you do have Mother Nature, Mother Nurture with the Queen of Coins here, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups, which is transforming emotions, really taking the time to look at what are my emotions that are lower vibrational, that are below the surface, and let me look at myself and what are the things that make themselves known? We don't want to spend all our time focusing on lower vibrational energies because we grow what we feed. We definitely don't want to grow that. So we spend, that power of choice with the Five of Cups, the emotional choice. We have a choice to focus on gratitude, laughter, joy, peaceful things. And so when we focus on those things grow. But then while we're nurturing ourselves and giving this love to ourselves, we do have like these fears that come up that go, hey, 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 hey. They're like a little kid going, mom, 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 mom. It's our little child self that says, I have this emotion I want you to take off my hands. And those are the ones that we can look at and transform because they're a charged emotion from our past that's rooted in a fear. And we can look at that when we're in this high place of higher vibrational energy. We don't get sucked into the fight or flight mode. We're able to look at this fear that the little inner child gives us and goes, I'm afraid that, I'm not worth anything if this thing doesn't happen. And you're like, oh, come here, boo boo. Come sit on my lap, and you nurture your inner child. But you really look at it and go, why do I believe this? And you can even go back to, whatever you've felt or whatever situation it was, looking at it from a distance, not reliving it, but just um, doing a little bit of reflection. And you're just like, okay, I see why that, and that's not true. And then when your mind and your heart see that it's untrue, that their actions were about them, their words or non-words or actions or non-actions were about them, there's this great transformation that happens. You get to release that, and that beautiful transformation happens where this painful feeling transforms into higher knowledge and wisdom, and that energy that was being held to keep that charged emotion, bubbled up, all that energy returns back to you too. So I like this type of energy coming in there for you. So that is what they have for you right now. So that's something that you can do to help transform your life. I like it. All right. So many blessings to you. And thank you so much, Berenice, for your donation. I do show that coming through on the PayPal. So thank you so much. And let's see here. Here's your question up here. And so, is this going to be something positive for us already? You've been fighting um, it for him to leave us alone already. All right, let's take a look here. Let me see. All right, so here's that. Let me scroll up a little bit. There's more to it here. So your question is a bit more complicated, but your partner uh, is partner right now drinking with a giga that has been buying him with money. Oh, okay. Wow. He's being bought, huh? Let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look here. No one can make anybody do what they don't want to do anyway, right? We can displace our anger on the other person, but you know, I saw this meme on Instagram, I think it was. And this lady was like, it's so sad, my husband, um, I really miss him, he was I forget how they presented it, but he was like, what we were things were going so well in our life and da 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 da, but then it happened. He tripped and he fell into into bed with. I'm going to clean it up, but he fell into bed with his coworker. It's like that was not an accident, type of thing, and so it's important to be, um, aware of that, right? Yeah, yeah. So, that's the whole thing is that we can't cast spells on anyone else, right? All we can do is cast spells upon ourselves. That's the big thing, right? It's cast a spell upon ourselves to bring us the perfect partner. And if your current partner is the perfect partner, then he stays. And if not, he gets repelled out of your life. Because you deserve to be fought for, not to have to fight for someone else, right? Your energy on the bottom of the deck, you have the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself. And the Empress doesn't fight for others. she's like, "No, I'm an empress. I deserve to be treated like an empress, a queen," right? The empress rules over all the queens. Let's take a look here and just see what we've got going on here. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't fight for him because you have this King of Cups here, um, which this King of Cups is someone who balances heart and head, and this is like a perfect partner, and this is who I see for you. I don't feel like this one is for you because you have here's the strength card, like the courage and the fighting for somebody, but you've got the Hermit card, and I feel like you are alone, like you do feel like you are um in the relationship by yourself, if that makes sense, right? And you got the Eight of Swords, which this does talk about, the importance of the relationship that you've had is to show you your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that keep you feeling blinded and bound and trapped. And these are the beliefs that are below the surface. You even have the Ace of Swords, which, this brings you clarity around yourself here too, that you deserve to have this. You have the Empress and the King together here, and this is what you deserve. And I just feel like here, with all of this, that Spirit's saying you don't have to fight for anyone else. You don't have to try to you know uh, keep anyone, because if you try to cage someone, that means that they're wanting to be free, and all that will do is make them want to escape, right? And that's the whole thing, is like you set someone free, and if they come back, then they're yours, right? And that they want to be with you and you want to be with them. But if they you set them free and they keep running, then you're like, okay, well, they weren't for me, and I'm grateful that they're not uh sitting at the table across from me, keeping a space where this individual wants to come and sit, and if they're taking the space and taking the seat, then the other person can't come sit down there. And so I feel like there's no wrong choice or right choice. There's just different experiences, and you can continue to try to fight for someone, but you you don't see an empress fighting for someone who doesn't want to be with them. She rules the kingdom. She's like, if you don't like it, bye. I there's a line of kings waiting to sit at my table, buddy. And there is. And then that's the fear we have, is I'll never find love again, right? But you will. And someone who's um, we all deserve to be with someone like ourselves, right? Someone who's willing to give love and communicate and be faithful and want to be with us like we want to be with them. Not, that you have to try to, you know, spiritually keep them connected to you or have the other person go away. Because if you would have to constantly doing that, if one person can try to draw them away, who's to say there's not 80 other people that are going to come into your lives to try to take them away? But no one can take your lover away from you, right? Because like, can anyone come take you away from him? No. So and then you asked, do you see him coming home right now at 9 or more early? I don't. And what does he think I'm doing? He's coming home, so he's saying he's not thinking of me right now. No, no, I don't feel like I feel like they're thinking about themselves, which seems like to be their norm here, right? Yeah, you know. So, something that you when you look at, and I want to read you this meme, and it's a powerful one, and just kind of sit with it and take it to heart. But it says sometimes people can't reciprocate because they can't give you what they can't give themselves. Those who are at war with themselves can't give you peace. Those who betray themselves can't give you loyalty. Those who lie to themselves can't give you honesty. See them as they are, not who you wish them to be. And it's a tough thing to do it. I used to fall for people for the possibilities I see of who they could be, but they they weren't living up to that, and they didn't while we were together. So, it's like, oh, see people for who they are, not who you say they can be or wish them to be. And especially when you have so much that you can give and so much that you can receive from someone, but I don't feel like this one is it for you. I just feel like there is this King of Cups who can share themselves emotionally and mentally and communicate and be there. And you don't have to worry, where are they? What are they doing? Are they thinking about me? There'd be no, with this other person that's coming down the road for you, there's never any doubt that they're thinking about you because they're communicating with you. They're either with you, texting you, communicating with you, or talking about you in a positive way to their friend. That's what you deserve, and I feel like you don't need to fight for anyone. You can just stop investing so much, and then just let it drift away if it drifts away. And it doesn't have anything to do with you. Like it said, if they can't give this to themselves, how they give it to you, right? You need to give yourself the love you're looking for, and then raise your love vibration is what draws in this other person. So that's what's coming in for you, Berenice. So try to take a big deep breath and go, you know what? I don't need to fight for anyone. I fight for my self-love, and then you deserve to, have that uh, just freely given to you, not fought for. All right. So that's what's coming in there for you, my dear. So hang in there. I know that's always a fun situation, but just know you are loved and you deserve so much love. All right. All right. And Supernova, thank you for your sticker, 100%. Thank you for that donation. And of course, shout out to another one of my channel members. And you want to know, what do you need to know ahead for this February from your spirit guides? All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look and see what does spirit feel you need to know about this February. For the rest of this February, we've got still, how many days? We're 10 days. We still have 19 more days left. There's 29 days in February this year. We're in our leap year. All right, let's see what we got. What's going on here? What do you need to know? All right. What's going on here and here? Okay. Yeah. So you do have here, let's start with these, the way they came out here. So you've got this Five of Swords. And this is the battling between the head and the heart coming in here. I don't feel like this is conflict and communication in the outside world. I feel like this is a lot going on the inside, because you got the Devil card, the Capricorn Saturn energy, which is shaking up and just showing you what are your beliefs and what are the beliefs that you were conditioned with growing up. There's this, clarity that comes in with all of this, because you also have two major arcana that came out with those, which is the universe, ending of old cycles and patterns, beginning of new adventure, and the Temperance card too, that there's this wonderful unfolding and balancing of things. There's this, you've got significant changes and cycles that are ending, and then there's other things that are taking a little bit more time, and that's okay. Temperance is about having patience and realizing that you can't do it all in a night. It's like, well, I want to get rid of all these thoughts and beliefs and overnight just let them all go. That would be boring, if we could just get rid of them all. It's about a process of understanding because that's where we glean the knowledge and wisdom is by taking them one at a time and just really like the card you got earlier about becoming, you know, familiar with your shadow. And that's how you get to know it here. Yeah, and painful is fear, it's like, and it's like, okay, that's fear, because the only time we feel pain is when we get a prick in our heart from fear, and it's like, oh, that's fear, instead of, uh, like, putting a title on it of pain and all these others, we just get to the root of it and go, "Oh, this is fear. So what am I fearing? What am I trying to fix? What am I trying to control?" And like, oh, there it is. Okay, well, thank you. Now I have an understanding, right? And so this is what's happening. You've got the seven of wands here and the three of wands. Three of wands is a change of direction with the new information that you're gleaning. So you're always altering course a little bit. You're getting new information. So you're just kind of, it's like a forecast. "Oh, okay, now I know there's a storm in that place. So I'm going to go this way. I don't want to get hailed on. And, um, and oh, it's going to be 150 degrees over here. I'm going to go over here up into the mountains where it's cooler. We make alterations with new information. It's not life or death. It's just about information. Realizing everything that you get is information, and it helps you here with that seven of wands to stand out and to really realize that um, you know, I don't need to dim my light. I get to be me. And I like that comes in there. And you got the seven of swords and the king of swords. So king of swords is master of communication and they're realizing this is all about again all this energy from the beginning with the devil and the five of swords just coming back around showing all of this of all those thoughts and beliefs that have deceived you in the past. It's like, okay, we don't get mad about it. We can if we want to experience madness, but we can just look at it and go, oh, okay, so I learned that, and now it's like this gentleness and forgiveness that we all humans do the best they can in the moment with what they believe. And I love Byron Katie. One of the things that she has said, paraphrasing, is like, um, everyone, um, like when someone believes something, they have no other choice but to act on that belief. And then when we change that belief, we can't do what we've done before because now we know. And so I like that because it's this gentleness of going, all right, I didn't know any better. And so I did the best I could. Now I know different and I will act different because now I know. And I like that. So that's what's coming in there for you. Yeah. And you're because you're unconditioning, right? You're returning to more your authentic self because what happens is we're all born unique, and then everyone tries to fit us into a box, and then we spend our lives trying to get back out of the box and go, I'm free. So that's what's happening. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And you're way ahead of the game too. So high five. Whoopsh. All right. So that's what they got for you, Supernova. So many blessings to you. And then Marilyn, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. And you want to know what are Capricorn's thoughts and feelings about you? You had a situationship a while ago, and you're a Pisces. Yay. So let's take a look here, Marilyn. Thank you again for your donation. If I did not thank you for that, you're welcome, Supernova. So let's see what we got here. What are Capricorn's thoughts and feelings? And thoughts and feelings, and thoughts and feelings, and what do they want you to know there? All right. All right. Let's take a look at all of these here. All right. So the first two are here. We got the 10 of cups and the ace of cups. And this is an interesting combo because we've got three so you got three sets of two cards, right? Two cards, two cards, two cards, and one card. Each of the three sets of cards have a 10 in it. And the full card is at the end, which is the new beginning. And they're all about, oh my gosh, all these endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. And I feel like they are so I don't want to say I don't want to say wishy-washy because it feels like they reboot and reboot and reboot and reboot because they're so tough on themselves. They've got such high extreme things. They've got like this all or nothing mentality. That makes sense, like perfectionism. And if it's either all completely or nothing at all. There's like, where's the gray? They're like, what do you mean? It's black or white. What's this gray you're talking about, right? And there's this energy here. He has the same Capricorn, same one as you. I don't know. Do you guys live in the same place? But this is what it feels like here. It's like they either feel like up here or down here, and there's like, nothing in between there. And then also, we've got the 10 of coins, right? Excuse me, and the chariot. And the 10 of coins is like either, it's this feeling wholeness and fullness of life, or the chariot, which is, but what if there's another option? Blah, 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 blah. They're second guessing themselves. And they're like, but what if I lock myself in and I fail? And I feel like they always need to know that something's going to be perfect and it's going to work out, or they don't try to go into it. And so whenever they get brave enough to try something, they're like, "Oh, never mind." And I feel like they're out. I'm out, kind of thing. Because then the third group was like the 10 of wands and the king of swords. So the overthinking of the Capricorn coming in here with the king of swords, and the 10 of staves is, abundance, but at the same time also burden. And that's why I feel like they've got all these, got three tens and the Fool card. Now, the Fool card being the first card in the major arcana, it represents um, a brand new journey. The follows the world card, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure that's free of restriction. And this is what they truly need in order to have a healthy relationship, because they need to let all of these roles go so they can have an adventure that's just free to be each other, instead of this all or nothing fear of failure, right? This long list of everything has to be perfect or it's failing. And so it's either 100% or a zero. There's no scores in between. And, so when we're talking about their feelings for you, I mean, we've got this 10 of wands energy, which is abundance and a harvest, but at the same time, burden, which has nothing to do with you. That has to do with their noggin. And then the 10 of coins is, this perfect relationship of fullness and wholeness. At the other On the other side though, fear, what if it fails? And then the 10 of cups, again, fullness of heart and overflowingness, but then also, but what if? It's like the what ifs are what keep them um just in this loop of overthinking this. So, I feel like if I feel like they could use some good therapy. Because it is. I used to be a perfectionist, and it's like being living in a black and white world was my one of my big challenges of life. I almost ended my life over it at some point too. And when you realize, wow, we do live in a world of gray and it's okay, and it goes back to their childhood. It goes back to way before they ever met you. But there's all this, they see you as this fullness and this wholeness, but they're also scared that, that they're going to fail and not be able to live up to all this dream and big long list that they have in their head. So hopefully that helps Marilyn understand where they're coming from. And you're a Pisces, you love swimming, you understand the yin yang, you understand, hey, it's all okay. There's a dark side of the pond and there's a light side of the pond, and you can swim between them both. You know, um, Pisces energy can come across to others sometimes as bipolar, right? But it's not. It's swimming between the dark, swimming in the gray. They like, getting down into the dark side of the pond and then going into the sunny side of the pond. And they realize it's not like black and white. Pisces can swim into the gray and they see it all as emotion. And they don't see it as like, why are you guys so upset? I just was crying. And they're like, why are you crying? And you're like, because I felt like it. You're really comfortable with your emotions and swimming. And when someone is black or white, you're like, what? I don't get it. Don't you realize you can swim and there's this whole pond full of water, So that is what's coming in there for you. So hopefully that makes sense there and helps a little bit there, Marilyn. But I kind of feel like it's like, you know what? I think it's okay that situationship a while ago and that it stays a while ago because I feel like not like that you needed exoneration. I don't know why that word's coming in, but it's like, you know what? I see now why they acted the way they did and how they were projecting their black and white on me. And I'm okay. I'm okay to swim in my pond. So I like that. So that's what's coming in for you, Marilyn. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And Johanna, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love there and a like there. Oh, the crow. Has this been Hecate? Hecate? Is that how you pronounce her name? All the crows and 13 and threes and keys and other weird stuff. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Is this the expression of Hecate coming right? All right. Let's see what we have here. All right. So I love that we got the universe card coming in here because, there is this beautiful energy of the universe connecting with you in a variety of different ways. And so I do love that type of energy that's there. Um, Not so much that it's that particular expression of the universe, because we've got the Eight of Coins that come in here too. And, this is like uh, schooling, studying, teacher. And I feel like there's this, I feel like it's like a spirit guide that is coming to teach you this specific time of your life. And, and, but I don't feel like it's that particular personality, that's coming in. Oh, yeah, very good. Um, but you've got the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of messages from spirit coming through. So it definitely is them, it's spirit guides that are coming through teaching. And I feel like they're doing these things to get your attention, not so much that it's, Hecate, I think is how you pronounce their name. Specifically, it's your whole posse of support going, let's give more of these repeating numbers and these crows and let's get their attention because they want to, to guide you and of course they always have like they're always behind us and wanting to support us, wanting us to ask of our own free will because they don't meddle in our life a whole bunch. They will give us signs everywhere, just as like a little, hey, we're behind you. If you need anything, we're here. Hey, Just a hint, nudge, nudge, because I feel like there's some deep stuff, maybe below the surface here in the underworld, our own underworld called our subconscious. We've got the Three of Swords and we've got the Six of Pentacles here. And the Three of Swords has to do with our heartbreak and our feelings of disappointment, but the Six of Coins has to do with our out of balance giving and receiving, this worthiness that bubbles below the surface that's out of balance, where we feel we have to give so much to deserve so little. And I feel like this is them wanting to, bring these things to the surface, wanting, to have that transformation of those things, because they have so much that they want to bring in for you. And yeah, we definitely have under yeah, on the bottom of the deck. Wow. So you've got both the King of Coins, the King of Cups, and the Strength card that come in here. And the Strength card is about you communicating and connecting with your higher self, and both of these kings on either side are about really stepping into the divine masculine side of your energy. Well, sorry, when was Knight of Coins, not King, but the Knight of Coins is on this quest for finding their worth and relationship to the outside world in a powerful way. And that's why I feel like there's this nudging that they have to bring us inward, because really, and we realize this when we get back onto the other side, we are like a giant sea of drops of unconditional love energy, and we show up as personalities in this lifetime, but really it's like if you have finger puppets on all of your hands, they're all the same hand. They're just representing different finger puppets, even though they all are offering this helping hand. They will come to us and show us the puppet that we can relate to the most at the time. And if that is Hecate for you, they will show up as Hecate for you. But the behind the scenes, it is, yeah, they're all those they're all made up of the same hand that makes up the same arm, that's the same body, that's so much bigger than we can imagine. But we're all the same but separate but the same, if that makes sense. So that is what they have for you, Johanna. So hopefully that helps. But I don't feel like it's the specific, um, that specific deity. I feel like it's your spiritual posse, which is made up of thousands of souls, of beings of unconditional love and light, that they will take on personalities that are similar to that because they are part of all that. But if they know, like, oh, she'll think this is cool, bam, they will do that. So we definitely have that. Right. So many blessings to you. Ah, well, there you go. So you're asking them for their guidance and they are confirming it. Um, but I just don't feel like it's them specifically. Yeah. Yeah. It just feels like it's, you know, an energy more than a personality, if that makes sense. Right. Right, very good. Yeah, readings are still open. I'm currently uh, taking care of the donations, which get priority. And then free readings, I will. I'm going to be on for about, what is it, 7:20 already? Well, about 35 more minutes. And so you can put your question down there, and I'll see how far I get down. And if I have enough free readings left over that I don't get to, I usually will come back on after my praying mantis meeting and after I take a break to come back on to complete them out too. So feel free to put your question down below as well. You're very welcome, Johanna, and thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. Hey, Love 43. Oh, thank you so much. Boom. All right. So infinity is one. Thank you for your sticker comment. Boom. and your donation. Thank you for that. And so infinity. Want to know what are L's thoughts, feelings, and next actions towards you? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So we got thoughts, feelings, and next actions. We got 3 little stacks here. So your first one are the thoughts, and they are thoughts. Oh my gosh, they are totally thoughts. You got swords, swords. So this is the suit of thinking and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And we got this. There's a lot of clarity that's coming in here. Um, it's like with the Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief. Ace of Swords is clarity and new thoughts and belief. That Knight of Swords is always they're on a quest for higher ways of looking at things. And I just feel like what's going on with them is they're having this transformation of the thoughts that they had about you before. And they're realizing that a lot of what they had the thinking about had to do with what was in here before they even met you. They had a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, some old ways of thinking, expectations, blah, blah, blah. And they're realizing more so with all of this, just some clarity about it's like they're almost seeing you for the first time because they're realizing they had a lot of preconceptions by how they were raised and they're getting out of their way. They're getting out of their some of these mentalities and they're seeing you kind of in this fresh and clearer new way with thinking. And it's positive. Feelings, well, you got the Four of Staves, the Four of Wands, which is joy, celebration. And the Devil card, too, is the shaking and the rattling of their cages here, too. So their feelings are a bit perplexed because, on one hand, the Four of Wands is joy, celebration, marriage. Card 2, just put that out there. But the Devil card is the challenging, again, all of those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets they had before. This is where I think the big part of their conflict is that their heart is at war with their brain. And the heart is winning because that's what's causing these changes in mindset because they're realizing so much of this devil card energy is this history of it's Saturn Capricorn energy of challenging all of that. And I like that we started off with the thoughts because we're like, yeah, these it's changing. And we're like, now we know why, because the heart is making ground. It's like they have strong emotions for you, but their brain has kept them so much caged and imprisoned that they're busting out. And I like that. Next actions, let's take a look here. Yeah. It's basically what we were just talking about here. We have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is a great card to do with thought and belief and mindset because it's flowing. They're becoming aware of what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets has kept them feeling trapped and restricted and small and again captured, right? And the Queen of Cups, she that's the heart. It's the queen too because it's not just the queen who rules over the emotions with the king. The queens get a second portion of emotion. The Queen of Cups is double duty cups, double emotions. She's the master of emotion. So again, it's saying here that the next actions, they're going to be sharing emotion with you, how they feel about you, because the queen is making her way. That, like the Queen of Hearts, is making their way up and helping them overcome it. Yeah, they've got so much, even on the bottom of the deck, we've got, a lot of this swords, a lot of fears that are coming in here with the Nine of Swords. So this is what they're facing and overcoming. And the Two of Swords is the balancing the head and the heart, closing their eyes, getting out of their head and into their heart. So I like this for you. They are working their way through it. And I feel like they're going to like be liberated, their hearts being liberated, and then they're taken over, and then they will, you know, bring forward this energy, this emotional energy and expression towards you. So I like that for you. Infinity is one. It's like it's the rebellion is happening. The heart rebellion is happening, and so things are changing in their head, which will change how they act in the outside world too. So I like it. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then the love 43. Thank you so much for your donation there. I appreciate that. Let's give that some love and give that a like there. And you want to know what message do your spirit guides have for you? Absolutely. Let's give these a shuffle and let's see what messages they have for you. And I feel like they do want to give you here a Chinese 5-element oracle as well. So let's do that and see what their first message is here. All right. There it is right here. Come on. There it is. And you've got moving up the vortex with the wood pig. Infinity symbol looking into the universe there. Beautiful, beautiful energies. And let's see what message comes in with that. Card number 12. The 12th house of dreams. Yeah, so the wood pig is one of the 10 highly spiritual pillars, indicating a natural connection to the spirit within. Wood, which is the element of new beginnings and expansion, helps us toward a path of growth, while the pig's water element brings movement and change. What you start now can manifest quickly. Such is the nature of the pig as one of the travel stars in Chinese astrology. The pig is associated with November, the beginning of winter in the Chinese solar calendar, when nature is active but getting ready to rest. Hidden yang water adds momentum, while hidden yang wood reminds us that spring, the season associated with wood element, is coming next. Where do you see yourself when spring comes? This card often appears as a sign that better days are coming. Life is a cycle, and once you've experienced rock bottom, the only other way is up. You've stepped up your frequency, and now your dreams are being manifested into reality, right? While others may see the positive changes happening in your life as an overnight success, you know that it's taken a lot of self work and dedication to be where you are now. So keep moving up the vortex, your own personal path to a higher frequency, by staying positive in your outlook and doing the work needed. The message from heaven is Yin Wood beckons you to experience all that the world has to offer. The lessons learned will help elevate you further up the vortex. And the message from Earth is the pig represents the energy of a change agent. Recognize that all your previous efforts have prepared you well for the upcoming upward cycle. You're ready to make your impact. Wow. I love it. What a great way to start. So beautiful, beautiful. And let's see what else they want to add in here for you. Definitely moving up the vortex. And all right, so moving on up and then from the bottom of the deck there. So let's see what we've got happening here. Yeah, change, change, change. Wow, change, change, change. Okay. Wow. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So definitely this rebirth that's happening here. I mean, your first three cards are three of the four fives, which is the number of transformation and change. Transformation of emotion, transformation of the outside world, and transformation of your energies. The only thing that's not out of there is the five of wands, which is, I'm sorry, it is the five of wands, the five of cups. Yeah, the five of swords. So I feel like you've already, um, one of the big things you've transformed is the five of swords, which is your mentality and your mindsets, right? And here comes the change of the emotion, the energy, the feelings of from lack and abandonment to trust in the creator and that all of your sustenance comes from a greater source than humans, and all this power of choice and this power of that knowing that any obstacle that you've encountered has helped you, like the card was saying, move into this place of beautiful fullness and wholeness. Because I was cracking up because you got three fives and then you got three tens. So you got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, the big hunkin' mama 10, which is all about, endings and beginnings, but fullness. The 10 of Coins and the 10 of Cups is about fullness of emotion, fullness of life. And the Wheel of Fortune is realizing everything that unfolded was for you. And, that's the tune of for you, the Wheel of Fortune. And even your human is on board going, yep, because sometimes, you know, everything truly in life is for us. This whole planet is created, this whole universe existence is created for us to experience what we came here to experience. Sometimes our human side, though, goes, how is that for me? And when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, especially with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, it's like our human is like, yep, I'm on board. High five, high 10 on each side, right? So I like this energy coming in. And you have the Two of Coins, the Two of Pentacles, and the Death and Rebirth card coming in here. So definitely it's a change of movement. And the Ten of Pentacles shows the power of choice we have in the outside world, and that there's no wrong choice with where you're headed and what you're doing too. That all of this is, obviously unfolding for you. Everything that you've been through, everything you've experienced has just been creating tools in your toolbox to help you with where you're headed and what's going forward here. So I love all that. So beautiful, beautiful energies. And it feels very Scorpio energy, if that makes sense too, because they start off as a scorpion and then they transform into a snake and then they transform into an eagle, but then ultimately they transform into a phoenix that rises above everything else in this beautiful transformation. And I feel like this is where we're doing. It's like the death and rebirth isn't like your first death and rebirth. I feel like it's your fourth. It's like you've went from the scorpion. Well, maybe it's your third death and rebirth, right? Because he went from that scorpion that would just sting people and protect itself to the snake that shed its skin over and over again as it grew. And then it became the eagle that flew high above the storms, but would swoop down to protect its loved ones, but then also swoop back up above the storms. And now the transformation into the phoenix is its final phase. And I feel like that's where you've gotten to here with all this energy. So I do love this for you, and that's the spirit guides messages for you right now. Hopefully that resonates, and just celebrate, the changes that have happened and are in this big, huge transformation that's coming here for you. Absolutely, definitely my pleasure, and thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that, my dear, and I'm excited for you. Phoenixes unite! All right, so many blessings to you. And then Supernova, thank you so much for your sticker with the hearts. Appreciate that and the donation. And you want to know, what would your adult life be like? Oh, is this like a little nudge just because it's my birthday on Monday and you're calling me old? I wonder what it's like going to be like in an adult. You young whippersnapper, why I oughta. I'm just kidding. I love picking on you. So, what will your adult life be like? I know, damn, you're old and cranky, mister. Will I ever be responsible enough to be independent from others and take care of yourself? Oh, okay. Rare. Cranky old man. Wasn't there a movie called Cranky Old Man? It's probably an old movie. All right. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, ultimately, the bottom of the deck shows you here, you've got the Chariot card coming in here. You're so you're so sweet and such a liar. But the Chariot card here, is about the power of choice that comes in here. And it does, it shows victory, it shows success, it shows movement. So, definitely you will be independent and you will take care of yourself, here with these cards. You're just, you're just in this place here. I'm glad you have a sense of humor. The Queen of Swords is balancing heart and mind, and the Seven of Swords is moving past beyond your own thoughts and beliefs of limitation. Which you do. You even have the Five of Coins, which is the transformation, where you realize it's not humans that actually take care of you, but that spirit that takes care of you. Um, it's a beautiful thing, the Five of Pentacles, because we really learn that when we think we're depending on humans, that's when we feel abandonment, feeling left behind, and yeah, no, screw humans, Ah ha ha, Rishi, you're so funny. You youngsters, I swear. When I pass away, I'm gonna come haunt you. Just know that, because you're gonna be here a lot longer than me. But anyway, back to the Five of Pentacles, because when we're taught that, you know, um, humans are what bring us our sustenance, right? And then they let us down because humans do. When humans go into fight or flight mode, they will pull back everything for survival and pull the rug out from underneath you. But when you realize it's creator, source that has endless resources and brings us what we need in each moment, it's beautiful and powerful. And we realize humans are just a lot of times the delivery company that brings to us what creator is supplying to us. And sometimes they don't even need other humans to bring it to us. And so there is this gratitude where you're just like, you thank the UPS driver for dropping something off, right? You're like, thank you. But you're like, thank you. You're the one that sent it. They just delivered it. You're thanking them for delivering it. But then you step back and thank the creator for sending it. And so there is this that comes in. You have the 10 of coins too, which is about abundance and overflowingness in the outside world. So, you do have this, energy that comes in here. You have the King of Wands, which is all about your entrepreneurship, running your own business, which is your music industry, your music. So you will have this sustainingness, even the Five of Wands, which is this change and transformation, along with this, um, the Five of Pentacles of moving of energy from what felt like it was, you know, something of fear to something of fullness and wholeness and love instead. And so we understand that. So definitely, um, you will. Maybe it'll be like my age by the time you're there, but you're gonna do it. I'm just kidding. Gotcha. But you definitely have it. I'd be the best. I'm gonna be the best ghost ever. Yeah, you think that your spirit guides are sassy. Just you guys wait. Just you wait. So we definitely have that. You definitely will. And you're so much ahead of the game already. You know, you're just you're gonna be fine. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah. What the hell? Thank you guys for all your senses of humor. Hey, Keisha, hang in there, my dear. We'll pull cards from them. In fact, I even have a Talking to Heaven deck. I may not get to you until I come back on, though. But I definitely I'll pull from the Talking from Heaven cards for you because I'm sure they have messages for you. And they're by you. They're by your side. Like speaking of ghosts, um, when people pass away and well, when people step out of their bodies, and go back fully to being on the spiritual side, they are with us by our sides, all the loved ones, all at the same time. So they're with you, and I'm sure they'll bring you some cool messages here too, because they definitely have been talking to you, and so they definitely will do that. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I think that was all of the donations for right now. Let me just check my email here. Did I do that one? Oh yeah, that was Bernie's. Okay, so they did that one. All right. So I'm gonna scroll, and yeah, I'd only done Dijona for the free reading. So next is Blessed One. So Blessed One, you want to ask if someone's trying to harm you at the apartment you're living. You're not comfortable there. You feel a lot of negative energy. Okay, let's take a look here and see if what Spirit has to say. Is there any danger there? What they want you to know about this feeling of fear that's lurking around you there. Yeah, no, they're saying here, you've got the Four of Swords. They're saying, have peace of mind. Confucius here, which is the Judgment card, is about your higher self calling you to this higher place. I do feel here, I don't feel like someone's trying to harm you, but I do feel like this uncomfortable feeling that you're getting is that it is your higher self drawing you somewhere else. I don't feel it's like because you're in danger. I just feel like you're getting this feeling of, I just don't want to be here, ugh, ugh, energy. And it's because they're nudging you and drawing you to where you've been wanting to go. And so this is what's coming in here for you. You're not in danger. It's just it's time to start looking at, where does my heart really want to be? Where do I want to move to? Where do I truly would make me happy? And this is them. It's like an eagle's nest when an eagles are born. The nest is very craggy, but the mama and daddy eagle make it comfortable for an egg and an eaglet, but when it's time for that eaglet to fly, they rip out all the comfortable things so that they'll fly. That's what's happening right now for you, is that. So that's what's coming in for you, blessed one. So nothing, you can have peace of mind, but just know it's time to start looking into your heart first to see where it is you want to go. All right. So that is what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. And thank you so much, Marilyn, for your additional donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. Appreciate that. So, you want to know, what are the thoughts and feelings that your Cancer father has about you and your relationship? Did he get the gift that you sent him today? All right, let's take a look here. So, thoughts and feelings of your Cancerian father, full of emotion. Yay! But very motherly. So your mama daddy? Let's take a look here. Oh. And then did he get your gift that you sent? Yeah. So the last question of, did he get the gift you sent him? We had the Three of Cups, which feels joyful and celebration. So I do feel like they did get the gift there for you. And let's take a look here and see what else they have here. So thoughts and feelings. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see what we got here too. And here too. All right. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Swords. And I like this energy between here, because the Wheel of Fortune overall, it's like they're saying that, their thoughts and feelings towards you, your human is on board and feels it very fortunate, the tuna for you around what your dad feels about you. The Ten of Swords is about releasing like expectations. I feel like they realize here, and with these other that I'll show you here in a sec, it's just like they realize that so much of this expectations that I don't know if you felt like you were in a prison, like I can never please them. It's because they had these same thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were put on them when they were younger, put on them by their father, put on them by their father, put on them by their father. It's like these chains that have been sent down over generations to generations. And I feel like they've had a big change of mindset as they're getting older. And they're just like, wow. And I don't feel here. Well, they might even share it with you here, but I feel like it's a lot of mental change of attitude. Um, and it's not that you've done anything differently. They're just realizing what they had put on you, if that makes sense. I like it because they've got the Six of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset, and the Four of Coins, which is a like a strong foundation in the outside world. And I like this because of the leaving behind the, of the old ways of thinking, the old fears, and this movement of mindset is from from choppy waters to calmer waters. And it brings in this stability in the outside world. So it's like this, I don't know, it just feels like the external world is more stable because of it all. So um, it's very interesting with all that. Let me look at these other cards here too, because we've got the Knight of Cups and the Nine. So Knight and Nine of Cups coming in here. So there is movement of the Knight of Cups is movement of emotion, this pursuit of love differently. And that's why I feel like they might share some things with you with that Nine of Cups, because that's like in some ways it's like emotional dreams come true. And I feel like if if they don't tell you like through their mouth, I feel like you will feel it through the subconscious, subterranean communications between their subconscious and your subconscious. I feel like there's this change of energy that you feel below the surface, if that makes sense. I feel like there's like this transformation, and and it's because it started within them and with what's been happening. But I just feel like there's this the subconsciouses, whatever you call it, the inner children are communicating, and and I just feel like this is where this you just feel this difference in your emotions between the two of you. Even though if there's things that aren't said, I feel like it's has been happening, but I feel like it's just really culminating here. And I love this for you. Now, let's see anything else here. Yeah, Justice card. So this balancing out, this cutting away of fears is what's coming in here too, and the way of looking at things. And there's all this. Definitely, like I feel like the energy is changing and shifting. A lot of fears and lower vibrational stuff getting knocked out, and just feel like there's this balance that's happening between you guys. I don't know if there was something that you know a lot of conflict between the two of you. I don't know if it was ever spoken either. I just feel like uh, I don't know why do I just kind of feel like things were always unsaid, and it was just like actions, 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 and it's like okay, or non-actions or non-words spoke so much, but I feel like things are changing. I really love this for you. Yeah. So it does feel like there's things are switching, and I don't know if they're designed to say they're sorry, if that makes sense. I don't know if they're designed that way, because think they've never had an apology from their parents or anything, and if you just realize the life they had and the life they grew up in, that's just not part of their world. They're like, "What? No one apologizes. What do you mean? I've never had an apology." And I feel like this is why the energy changes below the surface, and I feel you feel this change happen, and I like it for you there. But that's what's coming in there. So very, like I said, I feel like uh, they're seeing how, like, this is what you did, and they had these expectations, and they're realizing, wow, those are just way out of control, and they bring it down here, and they realizing, wow, and they really see you for who you are and how black and white a world that they lived in, and what they made you, not that they made you live in it, but that's the world that they created around you and said, this is, they gave you all this programming. And I feel like you've done such a great job of being true to you. And I feel like a lot of what you lived and what you've shown through your living is you've shown them how that they're not at the whim of how they were raised, that they could change some things. And I feel like you've been a great living example for them. So I really like that for you, Marilyn. Right, Rishi? Right? I like we need give ourselves the apology that we will never receive because that's really for us anyway. So I like that for you, Marilyn. So hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you right now, Marilyn. So many blessings to you. And just know that the higher self behind your mom and behind your father are very, very proud of you, even if the humans never tell you. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you again for your donation. Many blessings to you. All right, everybody. So I'm actually just a couple minutes away before I have to head out. So I will be back for free readings. So it's almost 8 here. So I'll be with my praying mantises for about an hour-ish. I'm going to take a little quick break, and then I'll probably be back on between 9:30 and 10 my time, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away, and then I will complete out the free readings. I will also be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and so be sure to join me then if you also would like to join me then, because I won't be back until Friday again for free readings. All right, so I'm going to grab screenshots here. So I had left off, Butterfly was going to be up next, so you'll be the first one when I return. Let me just make this bigger so I can capture more. And let me do some screen prints, or screenshots, I should say. When I return, how it works is I will go down in order as we had here, first come, first serve. And then after I'm done with the readings, I will post a comment and pin it to that video, listing the order in which I completed the readings. So you can find your readings faster. And I kind of slow down in talking when I try to do two things at the same time. Because I like to be make sure I don't miss anything. So, and if you're looking for any messages in the meantime, I'll post some links to some videos. I've got like an energy forecast for 2024 for each individual zodiac sign that we put out. So you can check there. And I've got like the winter summer solstice as well. And etc., which I'll do. Okay, here's the last one. All right. Oh yeah, Punan, you can throw in your question there. I'll grab it here before I head out here in a couple seconds. So let me grab these other ones. So I had posted some at the very top of the chat, which I'm not sure if you guys have access to, but we've got the Aquarius season, which has, for all you Aquarius babies, sun babies, there's a special bonus with a 3-month forecast in there. Here's the 2024 energy forecast playlist. So you can grab that there. And winter solstice, summer solstice. That has an extra little bonus in it too. It has, for each of the individual zodiac signs, a special one. And you can even, if you know where your planets are, there's a list in there about the planets, that rule over a certain area of your life, and you can see for this period of time what was happening there. And then also, each month I also have a pilgrimage meditation with a pick a card. This one we went to Mount Shasta, which is the root chakra for Mother Earth. So you can check that one out too. All right, there you go, Poonam. Thank you. So I'll grab that one here, Poonam. All right. So we will get you as well. I'll be back in about an hour and a half to 2 hours for that. So there won't be a chat in that one though, because I'm strictly coming back on to complete out the free reading. So um, you can be there in spirit. You won't be able to talk to me. All right. So that is it. I'm going to head out of here. Thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up. I'm so grateful. And let me make sure for all of you guys, just in case. I did hit 2,000 plus subscribers. So grateful. And I have this giveaway that I'm having on the 29th, leap year or leap day, I guess you call it. So be sure to check out that video if you want to get into the drawings for some free readings that I'm giving away. So thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. And remember, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. And until I see you, much love. Hang in there. Take care. We'll see you soon.